If that was the case, he could have took the fight 2, 3 years ago. So we know
Yeah,
that's
but he
untrue.
leveraged himself a $10 million guarantee and
When?
a 50-50 split.
When?
That
With
$10
this
million
deal.
guarantee is actually not, it's not proven.
Yeah, when did he do that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. When?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He got a $10 million guarantee and a 50-50 split.
That's what I'm asking you. Where is this source coming from? I'm gonna
I
look
mean,
it up.
if you want to dig into information like that, we can question everything.
No. I'm only questioning you because you said it live right
Mike
now in front of
Carpenter is the
1,000
source.
people. Huh?
Mike Carpenter, that's the source.
Oh, he's not a credible source on this channel. I can assure you that. Not on this
I
channel.
take him as a credible source.
Well, I've proved Mike Carpenter wrong several different times on this channel. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm not trying to bash Mike Carpenter.
Well, let me help him out. Because you was on to some, and you said that he could have made the fight 3 years ago. Well, according to what's coming out now, and you can go check it on First Take. Crawford said right there in front of Spence, and he kind of reiterated again. He said that Spence said he was going to take the easy route, get all the belts, and then come to Crawford. So obviously it was all on Spence. It wasn't on Crawford. It was on Spence.
Wait, let me clarify.
Hold up. He was, so if he said that he was going to take the easy route and get all 3 belts, then say the hardest for last, then everything up to that point kind of alleviates the Crawford ducking situation if that was Spence's whole motive from the get-go.
Right, but let's be clear here. Spence have been saying for a whole year who he wanted next. And then for a whole hold on for a minute, COE, I got you. For a whole 1 year after he fought Ugas, everybody on this panel heard it. Errol Spence said, I said I was going to get all of the belts on my side of the street first, and then Crawford, I'm coming over there to take your S2.
Yep.
That was Errol Spence's words right after he fought Ugas. That was last April of 2022, correct?
Right.
Okay. Now, before that, let's go back 2 years before that. In May of 2021, he was on Brian Custer's show. I can pull the tape up and roll it back. Brian Custer asked Errol Spence, he said, who is your next 3 opponents? If you had to choose, he said Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, and then Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, since you brought up the fact that Spence said the easy route, didn't we hear somebody else use the word easy route?
Hold up.
You guessed it. Hold on, COE. Hold on. You said the easy route, so I want to respond to that.
No, we're talking about now.
Hold on, bro. No, I got you. But Bomac used the word easy route. Remember, Bomac used the word they wanted to go the easy route to get the WBO title. And nobody criticized Bomac when he said the easy route to get the WBO title. So why are we criticizing Spence for saying he's going the easy route to get all the 3 belts and then fight Crawford?
No, see, it's chess. The first thing you want to do is get a title because he told Bud to get a title. He said get a belt first.
You didn't answer my question, COE. You did not answer. Hold on. COE.
You're talking about Bomac. Bomac talking about the easy route, right?
COE, hold on for 1 second. Somebody has feedback, and I want to make sure the audience hears this. Can everybody on the panel mute their phones or electronic device, please? Can everybody mute their?
There it is. It's good.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was unmuted. My bad.
Oh, that's all good. So COE. The question was, if Bomac can say that they meaning him and Terrence Crawford took the easy route to get the WBO title from Jeff Horn when he moved up, how is it a criticism on Errol Spence if he said he was going to go get all of the belts from his side of the street first and then fight Crawford? Why is that a criticism against Spence?
It's not a criticism towards Spence. What this you missing the point? From my perspective, we was talking about my guy was talking about saying that Bud was ducking, and the whole point was Bud coming from 135, 140, and he petitioned to want to fight, but what Spence tell him? Spence told him to get a belt first. So when he get a belt, now it's you going over there. Now you wanna take the route to fight Garcia with no belt. You want to fight this, but this wasn't Spence though. This is all Al Heyman. He was trying to build a fight, get the money and all that. Because Spence want to fight, but to me, if Spence would have been pushing like he pushing now for the fight, like he said, they want him to fight Thurman. But what he say? Just listen to First Take. Go to First Take. Spence said they wanted him to take another fight, but he was like, "No, I want this Bud fight." So my thing is, he was saving Bud for last because he knew Bud was going to be the hardest. If that's the case,
that's not true. That's not true.
So why would he say that then?
That's not true.
So why else would he say it then?
First of all, Errol Spence never told Crawford to get a belt. If he did, we want to pull it up now because I thought
he
Keith
did
Thurman,
tell him to get a belt.
I thought I heard Keith Thurman tell him to get a belt. I thought Keith Thurman told him get a belt and don't duck me, son, and send me a contract and I'll sign it. That's what I heard Keith say.
Spence told Crawford, he get a belt and then we can talk. He said he told him he get a belt and then we can see what's up. That was Spence said.
Okay.
Hold up. It was man, it was what was that on? What fight was that? They was interviewing Spence and he was like, "Yeah, you tell him to get where he get a belt and then we can see what's up." Because he was like,
He
was saying if he gets past Jeff Horn. That's what he said. He said in the hallway of a fight he was in. He said because what's his name? Crawford had not even made it to the welterweight division yet. He said whoever has the belt, whoever has the belt. So if Terrence ain't got no belt, he's on a mission for whoever got the belt. He don't even care who got the belt. His thing is Jeff Horn, him, whoever got the belt can that's who I'm trying to fight. That's his point was, if you ain't got no belt, how is fighting you going to help me become undisputed? That's his only mission, is to become undisputed. So anybody who ain't got no belt, you're pretty much off the radar unless otherwise. But at the same time, it was Keith Thurman who told him to get a belt because Keith Thurman at the time had 2 belts. And then Keith Thurman thought beating Pacquiao would make him the A side and all that, but he lost. So ever since Terrence had a belt, he has been, Errol has been trying to make the fight ever since he had a belt because he's the one who's holding him back from being undisputed. And then you had Terrence, who was like, he don't know what it's like to be undisputed. He's playing keep away and all this other stuff. When really, that's why Earl just said, put all the past behind us. We're talking about the future now. As far as who's a duck, who's not, that's what we got. Like the past right now is nothing but promotion for what's going on now. But when I really think about it, if we all sit back and think about it, it's who's hungrier. And if you guys just look at history, who's hungrier? A lot of guys, no fire is the same, but a lot of guys who make boxing history, they lose their hunger, their desire. Mike Tyson, youngest heavyweight champion in history. After he made history, he lost his interest. He lost his motivation, even though his corner was dying on him. You look at Roy Jones Jr. He made a little bit of history, middleweight to heavyweight, became champion, lost his motivation and his interest. You look at Manny Pacquiao, became an 8-division world champion, lost his interest and started losing his motivation. And you look at Crawford, that's why he's not showing as much motivation, because to him, I already made history. I already made the International Boxing Hall of Fame. I've already been there. To him, he's not showing as much interest in being a businessman. Is normally whoever has the biggest why. Why are you doing what you're doing? whoever has the biggest why is normally who makes the most sales or makes the most accomplishments in business.
Okay.
And we look at Bud,
Right.
he really ain't got nothing to prove right now.
Okay.
Hey, COE, hold up. Two things I wanted to address really quickly. I think when you all are taking the easy route and you're taking it out of context.
Right.
What was meant was by the easier route, because of some of the known complications that are involved with trying to fight with the quote unquote guys across the street. It made more sense for me to fight the folks that are in house because there's not as much complications involved with getting those fights booked. That's what he meant by easier, not taking the easier fighter. That's one.
Right.
Two, when we're talking about ducking, and I'm not calling Terrence a duck. I did have some suspicions about what was his motivation or lack of motivation for not wanting to fight, because how long has Spence been unified now? And so if we look at how long he's been unified and the fact that he's been standing on his word that all I'm interested in is fighting for fights so I can get unified, how long has it taken us to get to this point? And so that's where the conversations and the concerns about if Terrence had been ducking, because it's taken us almost 2 years to get to this point, and Spence has been unified for over 2 years now. And so I just wanted to touch those points.
Thank you so much, DC Jeroy. And that was the point that I was making, taking it out of context. That's why I asked you, why is he being criticized for the easy route statement? And Bomax said it and he wasn't. The point that I'm making is this. Everybody in the chat viewing this live, the replay of this live, and even on this panel knows that Errol Spence for the last several years had a mission that he wanted to accomplish, and that was to be undisputed in the welterweight division. And there is no denying that. That is an irrefutable fact, and we all know
Right.
the bottom line is this. We're only talking about this fight right now because Bud Crawford did something that he should have done 2 years ago, something that he should have done a year ago. So let's not act like Spence was just sitting around waiting, because think about it in this regard, and I'm gonna spin it right back on you both this way. When Errol Spence said he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman, I heard every Bud Crawford fan say he said he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman. When reports came out by your boy JJ, Mike Coppinger included, that said that Spence was going to fight Keith Thurman, they was going to fight at this weight class, and blasey, 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 blasey. And Terrence Bud Crawford fans were saying he said he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman, but the reports are saying he is going to fight him. He's not being a man of his word. So the reason why I asked you that question, JJ, is because we all heard Crawford say he wasn't going to fight Spence. But now he's supposed to be fighting Spence, so he ain't keep his word either. But Spence kept his word. Spence said he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman, and he ain't fighting him. And he said he wanted Crawford, and he's going to get him. So my thing is, we got to give credit where it's due and look at the facts and call a spade a spade. That's all I'm saying.
That's a good point, Manager Marty. But I got a dip, and I'm gonna